starting a series that I've titled my Sweden Chronicles. It's basically about my experience in Sweden so far, the things I've learned, the things I've embraced. So stay tuned. To kick off this series, I'll be telling us a story about my trip from Nigeria to Sweden, how it all happened, and how it was, what the experience for me. So before I came to Sweden, I had never traveled out of Nigeria by flight. In fact, I had only left Nigeria once, and that was in about, I think, 2009. I went to the Republic of Benin. That was my only experience traveling out of Nigeria, and it was about a 3 days or a 1 week trip. I can't remember anymore. Coming to Sweden was the first time I left Nigeria by flight. I had no idea how airports worked. I had no idea how you book a flight and all those. I didn't know anything about all that. So you can imagine how overwhelming the whole trip was for me. I'm really grateful for how airports are built. The signs and everything just lets you know where to go. Once you can read, you can easily find your way around an airport, no matter how big it is. And of course, you can always ask questions too. We flew Ethiopian Airlines, so from Nigeria, we landed first in Addis Ababa. Then from Addis Ababa, I took a connecting flight to Sweden. Everything was fine. In fact, in the plane from Addis Ababa to Sweden, there was this beautiful lady that was beside me, very nice woman, very nice lady. She helped with my daughter. I know my daughter at some point needed to sleep and stretch her legs. She didn't even mind that my daughter was placing her legs on her laps. In fact, I had to correct my daughter that you don't do that. But the lady was like, no, leave her, let her continue. She needs to sleep, she needs to get her rest. I'm really thankful for that lady. She made the trip, she made the second leg of that trip very easy for me. So when we landed at Arlanda Airport, I followed all the signs. Like I said before, airports can be very overwhelming, but once you can read and you can follow the signs, you will find your way very easily. So I just simply followed the signs, did all the necessary things, and then I found myself in baggage claim. And then the conveyor belt was rolling out all the baggages. People were grabbing what was theirs and no, just going. And one thing I noticed was that it was as though I flew with seasoned flyers, because nobody there looked lost at all. Everybody just knew what to do. They knew where to go. Unlike me, I was just standing there waiting for my baggage to come out, but I was not seeing anything that looked like it. The conveyor belt was rolling out people's luggages. They were picking and they were going. Eventually, the conveyor belt stopped. I didn't see any of my bags. I had 3 bags. I didn't see any of them. So I became worried. Of course, like I said, I hadn't flown before. I had never been to an airport, so I didn't know how it worked. I thought, okay, let me just stay. There's some seats at the reception, so I sat down waiting. I thought maybe there will be another round of baggage or bags coming out, but there was no such thing. After a while, the baggage claim area, of course, became deserted. My daughter started, she wanted to start crying. I had to just, pet her. And then I saw this lady. She's an airport staff. I saw her with a woman on a wheelchair. She was attending to the woman. I guess she probably was assigned to that woman to help her since she was on a wheelchair. So I said, well, since she's an airport staff, let me ask her what to do. I wanted to know if there was going to be another round of baggage coming out, or if she could just put me through. I went to her. I was going to her. Immediately I said, excuse me, man. The attitude she gave me, just killed my spirit. I had not even started talking. I just said hello. She just looked at me and was like, no, please, no. That I felt really bad. I felt so sad, and I'm African, I'm a Nigerian, and there's this thing we believe in omens. Like, your first experience in a place determines how your whole experience in that place would be. So if you come to a place newly and you are accepted, good things happen to you, then it's very likely that throughout your stay in that place, you're going to be experiencing good things. It may sound silly, but some people believe that. So that got to me. I was like, what kind of omen is this? Why would this woman do this to me? So I went back to my seat. My daughter saw that exchange and she immediately started crying, because she just felt that we were helpless and nobody was going to help us. I sat down there just weighing my options, thinking. My husband, of course, was already outside the airport waiting for us. He knew the time the plane was going to land, so he was already waiting for us outside the airport. So I just thinking to myself, what do I do? What do I do? Eventually, I saw a guy, a man, also an airport staff, walking towards where I was. But of course, because of my experience with the other lady, I was skeptical about going to meet him. But I just stood up anyway because I knew that I couldn't just sit down there, not doing anything. So I met this guy, and thankfully the guy was so sweet. He just told me the direction. I told him what happened, and he told me the direction to go. That I should just go there. That I would see the different airline offices. So I should go to Ethiopian airline office and then the counter, and then explain my plight to them. So I started going. That experience confirmed to me or solidified this idea that I've always had, that men are usually more helpful than women. I've been in several situations where I will go to a woman thinking, okay, woman to woman or lady to lady, she will be of help, she will understand. But they end up not being of any help. They just snub me. But many times men have come through for me, but that's a story for another day anyway. So to go back to my story, as I was going towards where the guy pointed to me, I didn't see anybody. People were just coming. People were coming from that direction in trickles. So I thought, what is going on here? And as a Nigerian, I am very security conscious. So I felt this place is too deserted. At some point, I turned back. I said, let me just go outside the airport to go and meet my husband. Maybe when I get to him, he would know what to do. I was exhausted. I was tired at that point. Of course, I'm a first-time flyer. You can imagine how tired I was. The flight was about 14-15 hours altogether. So as I turned back, I met the same guy coming towards my direction. He said, have you gone there? No, keep going down, keep going, and then you make a left. So after he said that, I just turned back and started going. And then when I actually got to the end of that hall, I saw that actually there was a left that I could take. So I took the left like he instructed, and then I saw all the airline offices. I saw the Ethiopian airline office, all of them. So I went to the counter and I met a very sweet guy there. The guy too put me at ease, told me to fill a form, wrote my name and everything, and that was how the whole matter was solved. Then he told me that I shouldn't worry, that within a week, my luggage will be brought to my house. And that was exactly what happened. Of course, it wasn't funny at the time, but when I think about it now, I can laugh about it. And to that lady that didn't help me at the airport, the excuse I made for her was that she was having a bad day, and I just hope that wherever she is better, she is okay, and I hope that she does better to other people. You don't know what people are going through. So I'll see you guys on my other series. Stay tuned. This is part 1. Please do to subscribe, like my videos, and comment below. Thank you for stopping by.